The Newsday continues here on One News Now. I'm Sean Yao. A Senate committee has resumed its probe into what they call the dubious purchase of face masks and face shields by the Health and Budget Departments. Marian Enriquez reports to us live from Manila for the details. Maan, hi. What were the key points during the hearing?
Yes, Sean, senators zeroed in on the qualifications or the questionable qualifications of corporations contracted by the Budget Department for the procurement of various medical items on behalf of the Health Department. Senator Franklin Drilon said the Pharmaly Pharmaceutical Corporation, which had no sufficient capital, was able to close a deal worth 8.68 billion pesos on face masks. Based on Drilon's data, Pharmaly declared a zero income in 2019 and immediately soared to 284.9 million pesos in 2020. And from 599,000 assets in 2018, it rose to 284.8 million in 2020. He was also shocked to know that the purchase of 1.32 million face shields went to a single company, the Philippine Blue Cross Biotech Corporation. Blue Cross Biotech bagged a total of 432 million peso contracts for the DBM's procurement service. Each face shield was bought at 120 pesos, way above the suggested retail price of DOH back in August 2020 of around 26 to 50 pesos. Health Secretary Francisco Duque III admitted it was his decision to transfer 42 billion pesos in funds to the DBM per the recommendation of the National Task Force. Senator Kiko Pangilinan meanwhile grilled Duque over the delayed payments of special risk allowance to more than 488,000 healthcare workers. Duque said payments will be done in 2 months. As of now, only about 20,311 or 5% have received their benefits. Meanwhile, Blue Ribbon Committee Chair Senator Richard Gordon clapped back at President Duterte's claim that Senate probes do nothing on issues it tackled. Here's what he had to say.
Pero huwag naman po tayo magsasalita sa co-equal branch of government na hindi ginagawa ang trabaho nila. Kung di ko gagawin ang trabaho, masama ako. Kung gagawin ko ang trabaho, mas masama ako. Excuse me po. I'd rather na murahin ako ng tao dahil ginawa ko yung trabaho, na murahin ako ng tao na wala akong ginawa.
Sean, Senator Gordon said that they will submit their committee report and recommendations next week. Sean?
Right, looking forward to the resolution of this issue. Thank you so much for that update. Marian Enriquez joining us live from the city of Manila. Thanks, Maan. And the national government has brought COVID-19 vaccines to the country's surfing capital, Siargao. Tourism Secretary Bernadette Romulo Puyat and NTF Deputy Chief Implementer Vince Dizon graced the rollout earlier today. A total of 2,000 COVID-19 jabs were delivered for the island's tourism workers in line with the DOT's Safer Tourism campaign. Puyat urged all eligible vaccinees to inoculate or to get inoculated as they aim to vaccinate 100% of the local tourism industry. The local government of Siargao has announced that they will start welcoming domestic tourists again by next month. And the health department reported over 17,400 new COVID-19 cases on Friday. This has brought the country's total caseload to 1,916,000, around 142,500 of which are still active. The DOH also notes that 186 duplicates were removed from the overall case count. 113 new fatalities were also recorded overnight, pushing the death toll to over 32,800. 47 cases that were previously tagged as recovered have been reclassified as deaths. On the other hand, total recoveries have hit 1,741,000, with over 6,700 new survivors logged in the last 24 hours. Out of the 70,396 tests that were conducted, 26.1% yielded positive results. We'll be back with more stories after the short break. Keep it here. You're back on One News Now. I'm Sean Yao. As pork prices continue to go down alongside low demand, vegetables and rice are getting more expensive in markets due to low supply. Shyla Francisco with the details.
While pork prices are dropping, some vegetables are getting more expensive. In fact, prices of some vegetable products are even higher than those of pork and chicken. Based on the Agriculture Department's monitoring, prices of carrots, chayote, red onion, and imported garlic went up by 10 to 60 pesos. Sili or chili pepper is now 300 pesos a kilo, more than double its price last week.
Low supply and demand kasi pag tag-ulan wala masyadong harvest niyan eh.
The good news is some highland vegetables like cabbage, Baguio beans, and pechay Baguio are now cheaper by 10 to 50 pesos. Lowland vegetables such as ampalaya, sitaw, and eggplant meanwhile are down by 20 to 30 pesos. But retailers and consumers still find these vegetables expensive.
Hinahati na lang po ma'am namin. Yung isang repolyo ma'am, hinahati namin sa dalawa para kinabukasan pwede pa po yung kalahati. Nag-a-adjust na lang po kami sa gulay.
Nahihirapan po yung mga customer namin, hindi makabili yung iba. Minsan naghanap sila ng mas maliliit, kaya tingi-tingi na lang, di nakakabili ng per kilo. Mahina rin yung benta.
Rice prices in some markets are also climbing since the ECQ started. In the Commonwealth market, some retailers hiked prices of rice by 2 to 4 pesos.
Kung magkano yung tinaas sa amin ng supplier, ganun din yung tinaas namin sa mga customer. Wala pa daw ani. Ganitong month tumataas talaga.
But some retailers decided to retain previous prices as they are still finishing the sale of older stock. Despite these challenges, the DA says there should be no price hike in rice.
Stable ang supply natin ng bigas. Okay? More than 80 days ang end of the year, yun ang inventaryo namin. Bakit tinataas pa nila? Marami naman. Despite that, marami po tayong supply ng bigas. Ginagawa lang nilang dahilan dahil lean months.
The DA says it will continue monitoring the situation to find out why prices are getting higher. Shyla Francisco, PR1 News.
Let's take a quick look at today's other top stories. The Interior Department says only healthcare workers will be allowed to go out in areas that will be under granular lockdown after August 31. In an interview with Radyo 5, Interior Undersecretary Epimaco Dinsing III said other APORs or authorized persons outside residence will not be allowed to leave their homes. The IATF has yet to issue final guidelines for the planned granular lockdowns. In Afghanistan, an Islamic State suicide bomber killed 85 people, including 13 U.S. soldiers, after twin blasts outside the gates of Kabul airport. ISIS, which is an enemy of the Taliban and the West, said that one of its suicide bombers targeted translators and collaborators of the American army. U.S. President Joe Biden vowed to hunt down those responsible for the blasts. And in sports, wheelchair racer Gerald Magliwan is headed to the finals of the 400-meter T52 race event in the Tokyo Paralympics. Magliwan placed 4th in the qualifying heat and 7th overall for a chance at the podium. For more updates, visit News 5, The Philippine Star, and Business World online. Visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. You can also catch One News on the Signal Play app. Register for a free account at www.signalplay.com and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. Masks on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. I'm Sean Yao. We are One News.